Around the Ozarks in 5, brought to you by the Springfield Greene County Park Board, Roto-Rooter Plumbing and Drain Service, Blue Current, and Thompson Sales. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Well, it's Tuesday. Good morning to you. Hope you enjoyed the eclipse. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but here we are on Tuesday, making our way through the week, and we'll start with some news.
All right. A convicted double murderer will be put to death today in Missouri. Brian Dorsey killed his cousin and her husband in 2006 while their 4-year-old daughter was in the next room. He pleaded guilty to that horrific crime. Governor Parson has denied clemency, and the Missouri Supreme Court denied a stay of execution. A wildfire burned about 25 acres of land down in Branson, happened near Friendly Baptist Church in an area that is very heavily wooded and very hilly. That made it really hard to get to for firefighters. So the Branson Fire Department called in 2 others to help get that out.
All right. Just like that, the much anticipated total solar eclipse is over. It's history. It's in the rearview mirror. People traveled from all over the country to be in southeast Missouri yesterday to experience totality. Here in Springfield, we got pretty close to totality, although it didn't get very dark. If you missed it, don't worry. You'll have another chance to see a coast-to-coast eclipse in the U.S. on August 12th, 2045. So
2045, just a few more years. Yes.
That is a coast-to-coast eclipse.
What I was impressed by, which I do remember this from 2017, at that time I was in Rolla where it was 100% totality, but I remembered the video from Springfield at the time while we were still at the station, and it's amazing what only 3% of the sun can still do. I mean, because it got a little darker, but it's not like it was even close to being dark outside.
Yeah, I said that exact same thing as we were standing there, waiting and looking and talking. I thought, man, just the power of the sun to be able, just 3% of it showing, to be able to light us up in a way that was very bright. I mean, it was like you said, it was a little bit darker, but it was still easy to see everything. You didn't need headlights and nothing, but. The full totality is a different story. You were there in Rolla, and that was for the last one in 2017.
Yeah. Yep. So anyway, it was interesting. I did sort of wish yesterday that I had driven the kids 2 hours east, but I guess I stand by my decision because we were at school. So it was an important thing. But
did you see the traffic coming back?
I tried to go get a coffee at Come and Go. Which would be like toward the east, and it was insanity.
In Springfield?
Yeah, in Springfield. Yep.
Okay, well, that wasn't because of the eclipse. I'm talking
No, that
about
was
traffic.
because it was like 11:30.
Okay.
I think it was because of the eclipse, because it was like East Springfield. I truly thought it was because of the eclipse, because I've been to Come and Go before at that hour, and it's not been as insanely busy as it was.
Well, East Springfield is in a better view than West Springfield of the eclipse, but
No. I mean, like they were headed that direction. I'm telling you, because also all of the hotel parking, not all of the no, on the way there. I said 11:30 a.m. 11:30 a.m. yesterday.
Oh, okay. Well, it's only okay. All right. So people were heading out of town then, is what you were saying.
Correct. That's what I'm trying to say.
I was talking about traffic coming back into town, heading west on 60 afterward.
I saw
some pictures of that, and I know somebody who was stuck in the traffic. It was nuts. It was like funny. Bumper to bumper on 60.
So yesterday morning early, I drove by a couple of hotels, and I saw how packed the parking lots were. And I was like, well, I guess hotels in West Plains must be full. So they went to the next closest, city where you could find more hotel options. So anyway,
and stayed there on the way to wherever they're going on the east part of the state. Yeah,
right.
All right, 2045. We'll do it again. I'm going to save my glasses.
We'll be right here on ATO.
I collected some other glasses too, so I'll have a handful of glasses for the one in 2025, as well as I kept a sheet of paper with 2 holes in it, so that you could hold it out and see the shadow.
Yeah, it's very important.
I saved one of those papers as well, so I'm good to go 2045. Missouri's next budget is now up for debate in the state Senate. The House of Representatives passed a nearly $51 billion budget. That's about $2 billion less, though, than the governor was requesting. Part of what was approved by the House, at least, would be improvements to Interstate 44, which that's good news for us, as well as providing National Guard troops to help secure the southern border in Texas, which continues to be a mess. So we'll let you know what the Senate does on the Missouri budget. Springfield's brand new Arena Football League team is partnering with Bass Pro Shops. Bass Pro is now the official boat and tackle partner of the Ozarks Lunkers football team, which just makes sense. Maybe that factored into what they called it. I don't know. They were thinking about a Bass Pro sponsorship, perhaps. Smart thinking, if so. As part of that, the Lunkers will raffle off an $18,000 tracker boat at its first home game on June 1st. The Lunkers will play home games right there at the new Wilson Logistics Arena on the Ozark Empire Fairgrounds. And that season's coming up in June. Kickapoo High School graduate Trevin Brazil is going pro. He's making himself available for the NBA draft. Brazil spent the last 2 seasons playing basketball at the University of Arkansas. The Arkansas head coach, of course, just left for USC, and Arkansas is reportedly being taken over, the head coaching job, by John Calipari from Kentucky. So that is something to watch. But regardless of who's going to be coaching at the University of Arkansas, Trevin Brazil is declared for the NBA draft.
Wow. That's big. Good for him.
Yeah,
okay.
We'll see what happens in the draft, but declaring is a big move, but it doesn't always mean somebody picks you up. So we'll watch.
Right. All right. The National Association of Intercollegiate Athletics, more commonly known as the NAIA, has a new rule preventing biological males from competing against females in athletics. It was a unanimous vote from the Council of Presidents and makes the NAIA the first collegiate sports organization to implement this new policy. The rule allows women to compete in men's athletics if they so choose, but only biological females who have not begun hormone therapy can compete in women's sports. So if an athlete has started hormone therapy, they can participate in practice, but not in actual competition.
Okay. Be interesting to see if the other collegiate
NCAA
athletic associations follow suit. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, it will.
The untimely death of a stand-up comedian from Springfield is leading to a comedy festival being held here in his memory. 37-year-old Kenny DeForest died in December after suffering a brain injury in a bike accident. Now, some fellow comedians are coming to town for what they're calling DeForest Fest. DeForest Fest, to celebrate the life of the Kickapoo graduate. Events are happening April 23rd through the 28th and include stand-up performances at the Blue Room Comedy Club, as well as a celebration of life at Gorman Sharp Funeral Home.
Okay. A lot going on this weekend in Springfield. The largest men's conference in the country is happening Friday night and Saturday morning at Great Southern Bank Arena on Missouri State's campus. The annual event is put on by James River Church, and people from many different countries and states, multiple states and a few more countries as well, come to Springfield for that. So that's exciting. The entertainment Friday night includes boxing, highlighted by a sanctioned title fight. Also, the big draw, Kansas City Chiefs kicker Harrison Butker will be speaking there as well, making a special appearance, talking about his life of faith in football, in and off the field. So that's exciting.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. We'll be there. And Friday night, my boy is super excited about boxing. We'll have pretty good seats for that up close to see some boxing, and it's a real deal, title fight. And then I'm looking forward also to hearing from Butker, because as you know, I could have been an NFL kicker had I gone that direction.
Ethan has long been trying to vicariously live through our children. We feel like it's healthy. And we're okay with it. He's always wanted to be a kicker. To be honest with you, the man can still, at age 50, place the ball anywhere you tell him to.
Well, you're too kind. You're accurate.
It's a true story. It's
kind.
Actually a true story.
I know.
It's impressive. It's impressive. Anyway, so he's going to go listen to a real guy who actually is a kicker.
A guy who's doing what I should have done.
Professional one, nonetheless.
Setting records in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Yes. So let me tell you about the boxing thing, because boxing is not my world. So let me read this to you, because this is what it is. Okay. Are you ready? It's a sanctioned fight. The sanctioning body is Missouri, but the title fight is with the Universal Boxing Organization, also known as UBO. They host fights all over the world. Their next few fights are in Brazil, Ghana, Rome, Portugal, and Springfield, Missouri. Who knew? So it's a big deal. It's a big deal. The boxing thing.
Yeah, it's cool. I love boxing. I used to go, I used to go to the Tyson fights when he got out of prison.
Yes.
I was in Las Vegas, and I went to all of his fights coming out of prison, including the Holyfield, both those fights, the ear bite fight and the others.
Yep. Yeah. I remember that you were at the ear bite fight. Boxing is hard for me to watch, to be honest with you. My youngest brother, who is a Marine, does it's
MMA.
Not called boxing, it's MMA. Yeah. And he's very good. And sometimes I watch his videos on Facebook and I'm like, ha. It's like it's hard for me to watch it.
Well, MMA is different from boxing. MMA is more popular than boxing right now. Didn't used to be when Tyson was fighting.
It's messy.
But yeah, you could watch boxing, I think, easier than you could watch MMA.
Yeah. And he's really good. But when there's blood going different places around the ring and they're not stopping, it's a little bothersome.
Sometimes a lot of blood, yeah.
I will tell you, though, that since he's my little brother, we had a competition about like our heart rate, our resting heart rate versus like our activity heart rate. And I mean, it wasn't even a competition. Like I swam and then biked and then ran a long distance. And in his 30-minute fight, it was still like way above what mine ever was.
In a 30-minute fight?
My exertion rate. Yeah, I mean, like
30-minute fight?
Well, I mean, I don't know how long it was, but it was way shorter than a half Ironman. Well,
yeah, but the intensity of boxing is, you should take a class on boxing and find out how intense it is.
Yeah.
Not the fighting part, but just your whole body is working constantly.
Yeah, he's already told me. He's already bragged. I know.
All right.
Anyway, okay. Enough about that. Finally, this on Thursday, the Springfield Little Theater is presenting Mary Poppins Jr. Performances start Thursday and continue through Sunday, April 21st. The stage show is based on one of the most popular Disney movies of all time, of course, Mary Poppins. Tickets are available at springfieldlittletheater.org.
Okay. Yeah, there's plenty to do this weekend. Get you started. You started.
Good times.
We have contests. We're giving away Cardinals tickets.
Yes, go to aroundtheozarks.com or download our app, the Around the Ozarks app, and you can enter to win a contest for St. Louis Cardinal baseball tickets. The game that is up for grabs right now is on April 21st, which is a Sunday. And I don't know how many people. Let's see. I don't know what your competition looks like, but somebody's got to win. So go enter
better than the lottery
right now. I promise you that there are not millions of people entered. That is true.
There should be.
Yes. All right. Until tomorrow, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us.
Have a great day, and we'll see you back here on Wednesday.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, sponsored by Scooters Coffee and Rescue Towing. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to your Tuesday. It's April 9th, and we are waking up with temperatures that are really pleasant across the Ozarks, but we've had some rain and even a few rumbles of thunder overnight. Boy, we lucked out with that eclipse forecast yesterday, didn't we? Kind of amazing to see the skies darken in the middle of the day. We were dealing with that high, thin cirrus cloud cover, but luckily it wasn't too heavy anywhere across the region. So we really got pretty good visibility here in the Ozarks, lucking out in comparison to other parts of the country where visibility was really obscured. Today, we have more clouds around, and I told you that we still have a few lingering rain showers on the radar. There's not much left, and really, I don't expect a whole lot in the way of rainfall during the daylight hours today. We will be dealing, though, with another opportunity for some showers and even a few thunderstorms as we head into this evening. Overall, what I'm talking about is a really active work week, and the rain showers last night kicked that off for us. Temperatures, though, this morning are starting out in the mid-50s. It's a warm start to the day, and despite the rain and the additional clouds in the forecast, I still think we make it to 70 for the afternoon high today. We've got a north breeze in the forecast, and temperatures should make it to near 70, so comfortable this afternoon. Most of the day is going to end up being dry. Will be partly cloudy through the course of the afternoon. Tonight, however, another round of showers and some thunderstorms is going to build into the region, and all the real strong thunderstorm activity, the heavy rainfall, it's going to be focused down to our south. So portions of central Arkansas may get in on some of this. Of course, yesterday we had that severe weather threat down in Texas. We're going to hold on to the chance for some showers and thunderstorms in our far southern communities, and then those are going to move up through the Ohio River Valley. Multiple rounds of rain, though, possible in the area through Thursday. I am thinking that all of this is going to stay sub-severe, so we don't have to worry about springtime thunderstorms kicking off severe weather. What we will have is just multiple rounds of rain, which could lead to the threat for some minor flooding. Places that got a lot of rainfall with the round of thunderstorms last week could see some minor flooding threats. So just so you know, highest chance for some of that widespread rain activity is going to be early this morning, again, late tonight, and then Wednesday morning through Wednesday evening. I think we really start to pick up on kind of a rainy day with the highest coverage for rainfall in the Ozarks on Wednesday. Highest chances and amounts will be along and south of I-44 near the Missouri and Arkansas border. I expect that we could see this low potential for minor flooding across south central Missouri. That's where we'll see some of those higher rainfall totals. And through the end of the week, it's possible a few locations in our far southeastern counties, southeast of I-44, do get more than 2 inches of rain. As I mentioned, the good news with this is that no severe weather is expected, but overall, it's going to be an active week. So I think you'll want to have the rain gear handy, keep it with you, because we will be holding on to some shower and thunderstorm chances. Rainfall amounts, well, West Plains, Rolla, Branson, those locations are going to see higher rainfall totals. We're not left out, though. Springfield, Joplin, Bolivar, still expecting probably an inch of rain when you add up all the opportunities over the course of the week. So a good soaking rainfall. It'll feed the plants, feed the grass that's growing. Everything's really greening up, and we're seeing the trees really come to life too as we head into the middle of spring. Drier weather and a warming trend on deck for the weekend forecast. The weekend's shaping up to look really nice. Some long-range models indicating that we could get to 70, even maybe 80s in the forecast for the weekend. So some much warmer temperatures are on tap for us. Today, near 70 for the high temperature. So a pretty normal day in relation to the seasonal averages. Will be slightly cooler for Wednesday and Thursday with high temperatures both of those days back into the middle 60s. And then the warming trend kicks off. We're back into the 70s on Friday, mid 70s, even pushing 80 by Saturday and Sunday. And that will come along with a dry pattern. So overall looking pretty good as we round out the work week forecast and head into the weekend. Around the country, what's making headlines? It's that heavy rain and flash flooding threat, also the severe weather threat that's going to emerge out of that storm system that I told you about for southern and central portions of Arkansas, northern Louisiana. That's going to be moving through the southern plains into the lower Mississippi Valley today. Critical fire danger is also shifting south into portions of West Texas today. Fire weather conditions have just been awful out west, and that threat will continue for our friends down south today. So you may hear about that in national headlines, the fire threat being particularly high for this time of the year in West Texas. That comes along with dry ground and very high winds. All right, it's time for the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister Trivia question. This is the question that I left you with yesterday. hopefully everyone either had the eclipse glasses or heeded the advice and did not look directly at the sun. But the question was, what is the outer realm of the sun called? And the options were A, corona, B, the lunar, C, X-rays, or D, the Milky Way. And you may have learned this yesterday. And if you did, well, I hope you submitted it at aroundtheozarks.com. The answer A, the corona, is that outer realm of the sun, the outermost layer of the sun, typically not visible to the naked eye. You oftentimes cannot see the corona. It's the outermost part of the sun's atmosphere. It's usually hidden by the bright light of the sun's surface. And it can actually damage your retinas permanently if you try and go stare at it. So don't go look. Don't go looking for the corona. Now you know, A, the corona is the answer for today's Brain Twister trivia question. I will leave you with the question for tomorrow. Here it is. Do you remember this game? Operation. I have this game. I loved this game. What's the patient's name in the board game Operation? Do you think it is A, Buzzer Bill, B, Cavity Sam, C, Fix Me Frank, or D, Organ Bob? Do you remember his name? We poked all around in him. Do you know? Buzzer Bill, Cavity Sam, Fix Me Frank, or Organ Bob? You can submit your guess. That's at aroundtheozarks.com. We have a great prize to give away for you today, too. Tickets to the St. Louis Cardinals game Sunday, May 5th. A pair of tickets. There will be one winner this week. So head on over to the website for your chance to win. These Cardinal tickets brought to you, of course, by Around the Ozarks and 105.1 The Bull, your radio home for the St. Louis Cardinals. Head on over to the website if you know that name, to the character or the patient, I'll say, from the board game Operation. Thanks so much for listening this morning, and thank you to our sponsors, Scooters Coffee and Rescue Towing. I hope everyone has a great Tuesday. Dry most of the day, high near 70. Rain chances move in after sunset again tonight, and there could be some rumbles of thunder once again in the overnight hours as we head into early Wednesday. Hope everyone has a great day. We'll chat again tomorrow morning.